weather impact day as a wintry mix keeps on falling.
Chief Meteorologist Brian Busby is back with us now, and Brian, more snow on the way.
It was an impact day earlier. We elevated to an alert day because of what's going on. Absolutely, especially for later on tonight. Here's a look at our city view camera. Chad was talking about that. A little bit of a lull right now in between the two gaps that we have going on, and I showed you on radar. Starting to fill back in with a little bit of drizzle mixed in with that snow on the Kansas side, but at KCI it's all snow. Wind chill of 23 and east wind at 14 with a gust of 24 miles an hour. Get used to the gust. The wind's going to pick up on the backside of our low pressure center. It's a strong one, so it's going to yank down some colder air, and it's also going to get those gusts up to 35, possibly 40 miles per hour. That's going to make it feel raw, especially as the snow continues to fall. Currently, it's 33 degrees. Here's a look at First Alert radar once again, and farther to the south and southwest, that's where we're seeing at least the possibility of some of that mixing in, a little bit of drizzle near New Century Air, which is where our radar is located, up toward DeSoto as well, farther out toward Baldwin City and Ottawa. Then you go farther north, and that's where it is all snow for about Rock Creek toward Tonganoxie, Missouri side too. There's the gap that Chad was talking about downtown, but it does pick back up. Kearney going toward Liberty, farther south along I-70, continuing to get pretty heavy as you're heading up toward Chillicothe and some of those other areas to the east and northeast of the city. All that to say, we're in the throes of this thing. It's not going to last like it's going to end anytime soon. In other words, it's going to be lasting quite a few more hours at least. Farther down to the south near Warsaw, that is all rain, so it is flopping back and forth once again, but I think that eventually the snow is going to wind out. Here's a look at it in replay mode, and a lot more of the blue on the Missouri side. A little bit of drizzle mixed in with that snow out in eastern portions of Kansas. Temperatures, that's why. Look at Lawrence at 35 degrees, 33 in Olathe, but below freezing for the most part or close to it on the Missouri side. And road temperatures are also getting down there into the 20s. And using one of our models, that appears to be the trend, going even farther down into the lower 20s. So what is slushy may turn to snow-packed roads, and that will continue through most of the overnight hours, including the morning drive. And of course, that's part of the reason why we're starting First News a half hour earlier. Light snow, 7 p.m. That's going to happen. This is why it's the First Alert Weather Alert Day. That's the red triangle that you see. Light snow continues at 9 o'clock. 11 p.m., not much of a change in temperature or in conditions as it gets a little heavier. And then it looks like the deterioration of road conditions as we're heading into the morning drive. Here's a look at First Alert Future Scan. Present time shows you possibly a little bit of a mix, but changing right back over to snow, especially farther to the south and southwest. And I can't rule out the possibility of a little bit of thunder snow during the early morning hours. That's thunder and lightning at the same time it snows. That'll also crank up those snow amounts across the area. Then heading into, say, noontime tomorrow into the early afternoon, finally pulls up stakes, moves out, but still remains cloudy and very windy. Potential lightning, as mentioned. That's when, as I put this into motion, you can see where every once in a while there could be a little pocket here and there of that snow at the same time you're getting the thunder and lightning. Potential snowfall amounts anywhere from 3 to 6, maybe even a little heavier farther to the north, 6 to 9 towards St. Joseph. That's where Andy was reporting earlier. Close to a foot up toward Trenton and Maryville. Farther to the east and southeast, less than an inch or two, mainly on grassy surfaces. You'll probably be the last to see that deterioration. Looking at the 12-hour forecast on your Tuesday, here are the First Alert Weather Alert hours, if you will, from pre-dawn into about 2 in the afternoon. That's when the snow will be its heaviest or more continuous with those gusty winds. Then in the afternoon hours, about this time, chances of snow, but still some slick spots, but I think the accumulations will be done by then. Exclusive First Alert 9-day forecast. Catch your breath with me. We'll continue to see temperatures drop with a high of only 27 degrees on Tuesday afternoon. Wednesday dry, 10 in the morning, afternoon high of 35 with the fresh coat of snow on the ground, keeping it pretty cold. 18 to 31 on Thursday. Chance of snow in the afternoon and evening hours. Another chance of snow on Friday with a high of 19. Colder air spills in 4 above to 13 degrees. Another alert day because of that bitter cold. -2 to 8. -1 a couple mornings in a row, and highs only in the teens, finally warming back up to near 24 degrees. That's not until next Wednesday.